Want to be the first to know about the most exciting new tarot and oracle decks coming out this month? I'm Elowen LaFay, and in this latest installment of my New Releases series, we'll explore new tarot and oracle decks, highlight exciting new tarot books and upcoming events, and check out a few crowd-funded projects that may make your wish list or help you decide to pass on them. So, grab your glasses if you need them, get comfortable, and stay tuned to find some new favorites to add to your collection. Before we start window shopping, you'll find links in the description below for everything we'll cover today. Some of these are affiliate links, and I've also included a link to Audible for a free 30-day trial in case you prefer audiobooks. Using the affiliate links doesn't cost you anything extra, but it helps support the channel. Thank you so much for your support. If you're passionate about spirituality, magic, wellness, and divination, and want to be a part of our lovely community of kind-hearted enthusiasts, click like and subscribe. I'd love to help you gain insights, find clarity, and empower yourself to make choices aligned with your highest goals and aspirations. As a certified tarot reader, I offer personalized readings designed to provide powerful guidance, whether you're seeking answers to specific questions or a deeper understanding of your spiritual and life path. To book your tarot reading or purchase your birth chart, please visit my website at elowenlafay.com. If you prefer to connect via email, you can find my contact information in the description below. And I'll also pin a comment with my website link for easy access. I'm excited to support you on your journey towards greater clarity and empowerment. Thank you for considering me as your guide. Releasing on October 1st, we have Floral Tarot. This retails for $24.99 in the US and is by publisher Kado. I think that's how I pronounce it. Please correct me if I'm wrong. This comes with an 80-page guidebook, and I do want to mention that 78 cards for $24.99 is, in my opinion, a good price. That's a good deal. It does mention here that the cards are printed on high-quality stock for a smooth, long-lasting finish. So I'm not sure what kind of stock, but that is mentioned here. Flowers have been used to transmit hidden meanings for centuries, from yellow roses for infidelity to hyacinths for gratitude. Unlock your intuition with florographic insight from the iconic archetypes of the major arcana, including violet as the high priestess, sunflower as the emperor, and chrysanthemum as the sun. Every card has been carefully paired by an expert tarot reader, so the language of flowers enhances the intrinsic meanings of the tarot. And I think that's a really cool concept, so let's take a look. This, by the way, is by the same author as Tattoo Tarot. So beautiful colors here. I can see we have the lily for the star. Here's a look at the guidebook. Back of the box. Here's the front of the box. We have that hard box. Here's the box. You can see how it opens up here. Some beautiful cards. A Six of Swords, maybe a little pippish. But these are quite beautiful. And if you understand the language of flowers, I mean, this would be a fantastic deck. Or maybe if you want to learn it. So here we can see some of the guidebook. Looks like shorter write-ups, but we do have keywords included. Okay, so we have buttercups for coins, daisy for the fool, tulips for cups. You can see that Three of Wands. There's an example of the cups cards with the tulips, the magician, and the Emperor. Very beautiful. So that's a look at the Floral Tarot. Releasing October 1st is Numerology Oracle. Retail cost in the US is $24.99, and the publisher is Rockpool Publishing. Learn to understand the vibrational power of numbers, to understand strengths and weaknesses and those of others, and how to best take advantage of circumstances, favorable and unfavorable, that will occur during our lives. It looks like the length of this guidebook is 96 pages. Let's take a closer look. We have a hard box with finger cutouts. You can see the graphic style here with these cards. So 33, the teacher, and 23, ascended masters. I can't see what the number is for the love card, comfort. Kind of looks like a 0, but I'm not sure. So in that video, we could see that there's a bright yellow edging. I think that edging color is pretty cool. So here's another look at more cards here. And here's some examples of the write-ups. So for 6, we have reasoning. In drawing this card, you're reminded that you are loved and appreciated. You're being urged at this time to continue giving comfort where needed, because you are the comforter and you are loved in return. Home and family are nothing without the comforter. If appreciation does not appear to be forthcoming, try not to allow that to hurt your heart. Take comfort in knowing that within each of us, we all have the love in the world we will ever need. Perhaps knowing this might give some loving comfort to you. And then it tells you what colors it vibrates with. So this number 6 vibrates to orange, scarlet, and heliotrope, which is a pink purplish color. So that's cool. So now I understand some of the color choices with these cards. They're meant to align with the vibration of the number. And here it mentions that there are 36 cards in this deck, and this is by Rosemarie Templeton. So that's a look at the Numerology Oracle cards. Releasing October 1st is Lost Oracle. This retails for $24.95 in the US and is published by Rockpool Publishing. The guidebook is 144 pages. Steeped in ancient wisdom, Lost Oracle will help you understand and manage the forces around you and within you today. We can see here a hard box with finger cutouts and almost looks like a wood block kind of effect with this artwork. It's very beautiful. We have a limited color palette, a bit muted, but I enjoy it. It does work with the mood that's being set here. Here we can see card 27 is Naivete, cultivate innocence. And we can see here that there's black matte edging. I like that, definitely works. Here's some more of the beautiful images. Ancient wisdom to find your way in a modern world. Here's some examples of the write-ups for the cards. We have card 4, Power and Might, be free from judgment. And then there is card 34, Under Siege, uproot your habits. Then there's 17, The Staying, ride between the realms. So this is very cool, and especially with that staying, very witchy to me. So I do enjoy this. I love this artwork, and to me it's unique. This could be fun to pair with other decks. So I wonder how many cards are in this deck. I am going to go over to Rockpool and see if we can figure that out. Over on Rockpool, I don't see the number of cards, but it does look like we can get a better look at this beautiful artwork. Ooh, 6, Celestial Queen. The stars will guide you. Oh, I love that. Kind of reminds me of the Hermit and the star, and yeah, very cool. gallant, accept healing energies. Beautiful. Ancestral alchemy, conjure your legacy. Found, trust what lies ahead. And there's the Under Siege. What a great depiction. Uproot your habits. So just a beautiful deck. I don't know how many cards, but that's a look at the Lost Oracle cards. Releasing October 1st, we have the Dark Goddesses Oracle. This deck retails for $24.99 in the US and is published by Page Street Publishing. It doesn't list how long the guidebook is here, but I can tell you that there are 60 cards in this deck, and 60 cards for $24.99 is a good price to me. This deck features goddesses from around the world who have been misunderstood across time. Those relegated to the stereotype of evil witches and dangerous women to be feared and ostracized. Revisited through Caitlin's astute gaze, they are symbols of power and freedom. And readers will reconnect with those very parts of themselves. Each card is accompanied in the guidebook by a myth which explores the origins of the goddess and her respective culture, and a meaning, such as independence, courage, or healing, that readers can apply to their own day-to-day. Delve into the words of Kali, Lilith, Athena, or even Isis, and let them guide you to the true meaning to your life. And let's take a look at this here. Beautiful artwork. I'm enjoying this. I like that we have an older woman on the front as well. Here's the back of the box. Let's see if we can see some more. I want to zoom in a little bit here. So we have Beauty, but I'm not sure how to pronounce the goddess on that card. Then we have Aphrodite, Romance, and then we have Ereshkigal, and I think that reads Boundaries. So this artwork is beautiful, and it does remind me of a deck I have and I do enjoy. Let's pull it up for you. The Magic and Mediums Oracle. It's kind of has a similar look to me, yet different. So it's good that it's different, at least for the few images I could see. And a little bit also of the Witches of Legend, an Oracle deck. So if you have those, this may really be something that speaks to you. I do think it's beautiful. And I'm really curious about how this guidebook is written. I love that it says it includes the myths. Hopefully they are accurate. I love to read the myths associated with goddesses when they're included in a deck. I think that's great. And I also love this idea of focusing on goddesses that have been misunderstood across time. This deck is definitely exciting to me. So that's a look at the Dark Goddesses Oracle deck. Have you ever wanted to read tea leaves? Releasing October 1st is Harney & Sons How to Read Tea Leaves, a card deck and guidebook for divination. Retail cost in the US is $29.99 and the publisher is Abrams Image. The guidebook will be 80 pages in length, and the author of that guidebook is Claire Goodchild. You may recognize that name from her company Black and Moon, or from her Memento Mori Oracle deck, or the Book of Ancestors, or the Antique Anatomy Tarot. So in this case, Claire wrote the book and it was illustrated by Polly Fern. This set is meant to guide readers through the mystical art of tea leaf reading. John Harney himself, founder of Harney & Sons, loved this form of divination, and his grandchildren will attest that he was always happy to read for friends and strangers alike. Harney & Sons How to Read Tea teaches the basics of tea leaf reading, the history behind the ancient practice, how to interpret and apply the symbols in your cup, and methods of conducting readings for yourself, friends, or family. This book's dictionary of symbols is divided into 6 categories, each with a specific tea pairing for readings of love, clarity, success, change, omens, and inspiration to help you reveal hidden truths and gain spiritual insight into your life with every sip. So let's take a look at this deck and guidebook. Looks like here's the front of the guidebook. Beautiful colors. I love that teacup. Here's the back. Some of the introductions, so we can see that the guidebook is illustrated and in full color. So it looks like here we have an example of a write-up. In this one it's love, and we have categories: love tea, type or blend, love energy, and then we have things listed next to those categories. And here's the message that goes along with that card in addition to the previous page. And then we also have some examples and a journaling exercise. Here are some of the symbols. So it looks like, I'm guessing these are what some of the cards look like. And once again, another example. And some more symbols. So I can see kind of tea leaf forms making shapes of symbols. Now, let's see here. I have an email I want to show you that does give another image, so one moment. So here I can see the box. It looks like we have a hard box, and then we have some gold foiling on the front, very beautifully done. And of course we can see the guidebook there as well. And the backs of the cards, really cute pattern here. And then some of the cards, so love, lemon, inspiration, stars, success, stars or ladder, omens, an X shape. So this could be another tool in your toolkit of divination if you don't already read tea leaves. And if you do, I'd love to know what you think of this, what your opinion of this deck and guidebook is. So that's a look at Harney & Sons How to Read Tea Leaves. Releasing October 1st is Maya Toll's Wild Wisdom Collection. This will retail for $60 in the US, and the publisher is Story Publishing. The collection will be a total of 504 pages and will include 108 oracle cards plus a fold-out divination mat. Tap into the wild wisdom of plants, animals, and crystals in this boxed set of award-winning books that are sure to help guide your reflections and deepen your sense of connection. Now, you may be familiar with these books. They've been previously released, as mentioned here, but now you can pick them up as a collection. Same thing with the oracle cards. So it looks like you will get the illustrated herbiary, the illustrated bestiary, and the illustrated crystallary. Let's take a look. So it looks like this will be the box that will contain the collection, and this artwork is beautiful. Really love that. Here's that box. And here you can see the collection, the 3 different books, and then the oracle cards all held in that box with a ribbon. And here is the map with spreads, and there you can see the different oracle card decks, 3 of them. And another shot of that. In this one, you can see some of the cards. Now, since this is a collection, I want to show you more of the cards. Here is looking up the previously released, which will be included in this collection. So here's the herbiary, and let's take a look at some of these cards. Resurrection, California Poppy, Tough Love, Lavender, Remembrance, Rosemary. Now to the next oracle. This is the Crystallary and Ebb and Flow Moonstone. And I think this artwork is just beautiful. A different kind of love, Rose Quartz. What do you need? Chrysocolla. Okay, let's show you the next one. Here's going to be the Bestiary deck, which will be included, and each of these are 36 cards. That's how you get the 108 card total for the collection. Honor Lineage, Asian Elephant. I love this. Discover the Pattern, Broad-Winged Katydid. Not sure how to say that. It looks like a cricket with some acorns and patterns and leaves. Super beautiful. So you would get all of those decks included with the 3 books in this collection. And I think that this could make a really great gift for someone. For some reason, it just strikes me as a great gift. So very beautiful and would definitely be lovely to receive in gift form. So that's a look at Maya Toll's Wild Wisdom collection. Releasing October 7th, we have the Oracle of Awakening. This deck retails for $24.95 in the US and is published by Wiser Books. The guidebook is 112 pages and there's 44 cards in this deck. And I'm excited to see this deck release because I actually picked this up indie, and recently I featured this deck within my flip through of the Cosmic Wisdom Tarot, and I found this to be a great pairing with that deck. So very excited. This is such a beautiful and colorful deck. So it looks like they did go ahead and stay true to the box cover. We have some pink foiling on the front there, and as you can see, we also have some pink shiny gilding on the sides of the cards. And I just love these colors. So gentleness, compassion, kindness, soft. I am light, pure divine essence. Innocence, inner child, play, nurture. Such a beautiful image there. Radical acceptance, embrace non-judgment, release control. Wonder, awe, transcendence, reverence. And this creator also created, I believe it's called the Cosmic Seed Tarot. I can't remember the exact name. I do have the indie version of that as well because I enjoy this artist. So here's some more of these gorgeous cards. Look at that Limitless. She has stars in her hair, that galaxy overlapped. So here's some examples of the write-ups. Center point, you are the anchor of your own peace. And we have keywords, grounded, centered, sovereign. When this card comes into your life, it is an invitation to return to your center point, to access balance, peace, and clarity. And the write-ups are longer than that. It's just kind of, I think, giving you an idea of the concepts that this deck covers. Just beautiful, beautiful colors. Here's a better example of the write-ups. And, oh yes, here we go. Tarot of the Cosmic Seed. So you may have that tarot deck. Of course, in my opinion, this pairs well with that because the colors definitely go and it is a similar style. So that's a look at the Oracle of Awakening. Very exciting to see this deck come out. Releasing October 8th is a Tattoo Tarot Mini deck. This retails for $12.99 in the US and is published by Lawrence King Publishing. I don't see a length for the guidebook, so can't show you that there, but this is actually the same author as the Floral Tarot that I covered earlier in this video. So let's see. You can see kind of the size here by the person holding it in their hands. Very cute small size. And there's a look at some of the Tattoo Tarot artwork. Of course, if you have the large size of this deck, you'll be familiar with it. But it looks like the images translate well to a small version. So that's a look at the Tattoo Tarot Mini deck. Releasing on October 8th is Sigil Witchery Oracle. This retails for $28.99 in the US and is published by Llewellyn. There's a 240-page guidebook, so nice long guidebook that comes with it. And this is by Laura Tempest Zakroff, who you may be familiar with from other books and decks that she's worked on. Drawing inspiration from her best-selling books, Sigil Witchery and Visual Alchemy, Laura makes it easier than ever to tap into the energy of simple marks and symbols using these ingenious cards. This deck features a toolkit of 42 symbol cards to choose from when creating sigils to enhance the success of your magical goals. It also includes 6 blank cards to customize, as well as 4 element cards and 8 design cards that can help you combine your symbols into a powerful sigil. So we have 60 cards in total in this deck that comes along with that large guidebook. And there's also iridescent foil featured on the box, guidebook cover, and the cards. So let's take a look at this. I do think this is a really cool concept. And we can see here very simple images. Here's the backs, the guidebook. We have pastel colors, anchor, asterisk, pentagram. So very simple. Would definitely probably be easy to pair if you want to pair some sigils with other things or use this in your magical work. And here's some more. We can see hand, crescent, and pentagram. And here's some of Laura's other works: Anatomy of a Witch, Anatomy of a Witch Oracle, Liminal Spirits Oracle, Sigil Witchery, Visual Alchemy, and Weave the Liminal. So this could be a really cool way to learn more about sigils or to find an easier way to incorporate them into your life, and a cool concept. So that's a look at the Sigil Witchery Oracle. Releasing October 8th is the Council of Horses Oracle. This deck retails for $19.99 in the US and is published by Baron Company. The guidebook is 192 pages according to the print length listed here. There are 40 cards in this deck, and the guidebook explains how to work with the cards alongside a history of the horse as an intermediary between humans and the divine. From modern-day mystics to legendary horse avatars like unicorns, kelpies, Pegasus, and Chiron, the horse of each card offers guidance and courageous questions to help you determine if you're on the right path, off track, or need a nudge in a more positive direction. So let's take a closer look at this deck. Looks like it's a hard box here. Here is the back of the box. We can also see some of the cards. And so this is how you can see every card that's included. A little bit in the guidebook here, some spreads. And here's an example of the write-up. So we have the card name, a statement, keywords, message for humankind, message for horsekind, the story of the horse, and then some things to contemplate, and then an invitation. A bit about the creators. And here is some more of that beautiful artwork. So it looks like some of these cards will be in landscape. And here's some more, very beautiful. Some more landscape. So, you know, some people don't like landscape, but wow, that's gorgeous. Dharma's Path, the end of suffering. That is really, really beautiful artwork. Some more landscape. Oh, look at that. Lungma. Oh, look at the Pegasus. The flowers and the hair of the horse over here. Very beautiful. Wow. So this is quite beautiful. Let's see if there's any more down here. Yes, there is. Yeah, quite beautiful. And if you enjoy horses and want to see what messages they may have for you, this may be a great deck. I think the artwork is quite beautiful. So that's a look at the Council of Horses Oracle. Releasing October 8th, we have Whispers of the Dolphin Heart. This retails for $28.95 in the US and is published by Llewellyn. The guidebook is 168 pages. Dive into the sacred waters of the ocean, where the wisdom of dolphins meets pure love, healing, and joy. And I don't see how many cards are in the deck, at least not yet. So here's a look at the cover of the deck and some of the cards. 36, Light Body. 20, Uniting with Your Origin, Dolphin Matrix Chakra. 14, Distant Shores. And nothing listed for what it says there. Let's see if we have some more down here. Oh, so this is actually, I can see, it looks like Blue Angel. Blue Angel distributed by Llewellyn is what it looks like here. And we can see a hard box with finger cutouts. And some more photos here. So that's a look at Whispers of the Dolphin Heart. Releasing October 8th is The Secret Language of Darkness Oracle. Soul Light Transmissions from the Shadow. This is the second deck, a sister deck to the Secret Language of Light. This deck retails for $28.95 in the US and is distributed by Llewellyn, but the publisher is Blue Angel. The guidebook is 216 pages. Through Shadow, mastery classes, and insightful card messages, you'll gain the skills to face and integrate repressed aspects of your personality. Whether used on its own or shuffled with the Secret Language of Light Oracle, this deck shines a light on your deepest shadows, guiding you towards wholeness and healing. And there are 45 cards in this deck. Let's take a look. So here's the front of the deck and some cards. We can see the guidebook, and I can see finger cutouts on this hard box. "32, The Wounded Adult. Healing is Feeling." We have a rose in the center there. 18, Surrender. Let your soul wisdom lead the way. 33, Heart Love, the unconditional center. And we can see on the columns there, it says, Know Thy Heart. So a little play on Know Thyself. 8, Self-Awareness, observe from a balanced perspective. And here's the backs of the cards. And some more look at these cards. So this may be great if you have the sister deck, the Secret Language of Light Oracle. That might be a good balance. That's a look at the Secret Language of Darkness. Releasing on October 8th is Christina Ricci's Cat Full of Spiders Tarot. This retails for $29.99 in the US, and the publisher is Inside Edition. The guidebook is 128 pages. From the mind of Christina Ricci comes Cat Full of Spiders Tarot deck and guidebook, a surrealist dive into the cinematic subconscious of the iconic actress. Featuring a personal foreword by Ricci and deluxe custom artwork, fans will experience a retrospective of her personal and professional journey told through tarot. So let's take a look. And we have a cool cover here. It's almost like her face in a crystal ball. And it looks like a book that opens up to the deck, so that's a neat box there. We have our ribbon. There's the backs of the cards. It looks reversible. Cool style. The Fool, we can see Christina Ricci here, beginning a journey. The Empress. Strength. The Hermit. Oh, a little nod, at least to me, to the pandemic, the times where you were more isolated. The Hanged Man. So what we're seeing here is a journey. So this feels personal. Christina Ricci's journey through life. So kind of like following one character through a deck, through a journey. Knight of Swords with the axe. That's hilarious. Page of Swords. Ace of Swords. Okay, so a very distinct style, which is cool. Pentacles. This one kind of jumps out color-wise from the others, for sure, to me at least. Here's a look at the guidebook and some of the intro here. So let's see. Two of Swords. So they are showing minors. So it does, yes, it does appear, it is fully illustrated, at least from what they're showing here. And I'm just double checking that because Inside Edition was usually just doing pips before, but at least for this deck, they're not. So that's cool. Happy to see that. I hope that trend continues. I know some people do like pippish decks. I love to see just fully illustrated because it's more fun things for me to look at. So that's a personal preference. So some more of those cards that we did see. I can definitely see that this would be really cool for fans of Christina Ricci who want to collect the deck and, you know, almost like following Wednesday Addams through the story of tarot, through the journeys that happen. So that's a look at Cat Full of Spiders. Releasing October 15th is Magic Oracle cards. This deck retails for $32.50 in the US. The publisher is Quadrille, and the guidebook is 128 pages. There are 36 cards in this deck, so 36 cards for $32.50. A little bit on the more pricey side, but let's take a look here. There are 3 distinct ways of using the cards. For instant answers to specific questions, there is a yes or no answer. For a quick reading, when you are time poor, there are 4 messages written along the edges of each card. And finally, for a deeper reading, look at the illustrations on the cards and refer to their meanings on the guidebook. The author Semra suggests 20 spreads, from birthday spreads to past, present, and future, as well as spreads that will help you connect with your pet, prepare for your date, and more. I think that's cool that there is a spread to help you connect with your pet. I don't recall seeing that before, so that's neat. Scattered throughout, you'll find rituals to further your connection with the cards. The book also features 40 of Semra's most powerful spells to enhance your reading, such as a recipe for psychic tea and a spell to awaken your third eye. This deck explores the interplay between magic and fortune-telling. So let's take a look. I do wish we had more pictures here because it looks like this is just the cover of the box, would be my guess. But very cute. We have a cat who looks like meditating, getting in contact with their third eye. And their tail turns into a snake. So this looks like it will be cool. I just don't see a lot of photos here. I can tell from this write-up though that there will be messages along the 4 corners of the cards. Let's see if there's anything else. Okay, nothing else. Talks a bit about the author. So that's a look at Magic Oracle cards. Releasing October 15th is The Many Queens Tarot. Retail cost is $26.99 in the US. This is published by Andrews McKeel Publishing, and the guidebook is 20 pages. This deck offers an inclusive definition of femininity, beauty, and body images for tarot lovers. And this was an indie deck that's now mass market, so that's pretty cool. Let's take a look. And I do want to point out that $26.99 for 78 cards is a good price. Granted, that guidebook is small. And here we have a beautiful box. It's hard with finger cutouts, and I like that gold with the black and the white. Here's the back of the box. The Four of Wands resting there. The Hierophant. And now this is a landscape, so we have some landscape cards here. Here's the Strength card and the Knight of Cups. Let's see if we have anything else here. Oh, Letty's from Portland, Oregon. That's the area I'm in. Very cool. Talks a little bit about the author, who's also the illustrator. And let's take a look. There's a reading sample here of this guidebook. So, we can also see some more images, which is great. Got some tats on them. High Priestess, Empress. So here's where you can see a bit of the write-ups. So we have short write-ups, and there are reversals included. Yeah, so that's how it could be 20 pages, because we just have brief write-ups, but they do include reversals. Okay, so looks really neat. That's the Many Queens Tarot. Releasing October 15th is the Fermentation Oracle. This retails for $28 in the US. The publisher is Story Publishing, and the guidebook will be 120 pages. Award-winning author Julia Skinner combines her passion for making fermented foods with her fascination for the transformative, magical aspects of the process in this one-of-a-kind book plus oracle card deck specifically designed for fermentation fans. Let's take a look here. I like this cover. It looks like the artwork will be nice. And here we can see some cards: Reciprocity, Imagination, Transformation. So you'll get fermentation recipes along with the cards. It says choose a card at random, read the accompanying meditation, reflect on its meaning in your life, and then make the corresponding recipe. So we'll open up, hold the guidebook, and then hold the cards on the left. Here's another look at those cards. Those are beautiful. I like the artwork. Here's a look at this set. This looks like a great gift to me, only because, for example, my sister, she makes amazing, healthy food. I don't know how she makes it taste so good, but she does ferment things. She'll can and ferment, and I could imagine her liking something like this. So here's an example of a write-up here with the recipe for adventure. This is a perpetual brine ferment with a traveling twist. It joins you on your adventures and carries traces of your journeys back home. Take this card as a sign that it's time for an adventure and start packing your bags. And then it gives you the recipe. Another look at the cards here. I don't know what this will be, but it looks tasty to me. Thrive in yourself. Ooh, I love pineapple. This is cool artwork. So that's a look at the Fermentation Oracle. Releasing October 15th is Spells, Oracles for Everyday Magic. Discover enchanting spells with your very own oracle card deck, a personal compass that can help you navigate the course of your life. This deck will retail for $24.95 in the US, and the publisher is Ixia Press. The guidebook will be 112 pages and full color. There will be 50 cards in this deck, so let's take a look. And I like this cover, this woman dancing in the night. Looks like she's weaving magic, and I love the curvy figure we have here with the beautiful outfit on. Here's the contents. We have rebel spells, self-love spells, natural spells, spells for little things, and sensitive spells. Here's a look at the guidebook, the introduction. Another beautiful image here. Looks like she's holding some dirt, maybe for some dirt magic. So you probably know what rebel spells, self-love spells, and natural spells are. But the category of spells for little things, these spells bring magic to the little things in life and everyday gestures. And then sensitive spells are dedicated to introverted, sensitive people who love solitude and find energy away from the social world and hustle bustle of the everyday. This category includes spells for book lovers, those who can talk to cats, and people who prefer talking quietly and daydreaming. So here we have an example of a revolutionary spell, and I imagine that's the card image that goes with it. And a subversive light spell. So here we can read a little bit of a write-up. And here's an example of a card. This one is Alternative Vision Spell. This makes me think of the Hanged Man. And here we have a Gentle Protection Spell. That's beautiful. And here we have a Freeze spell. Looks like it's going to be a cord cutting. I like this image here. And a We Are One spell. So this deck is intriguing to me. I love magical decks. So that's a look at spells, oracles for everyday magic. Releasing October 22nd, we have the Extraterrestrial Oracle. This deck retails for $24.95 in the US. The publisher is Watkins Publishing, and the guidebook is 136 pages. The first extraterrestrial themed card deck by the one and only Uri Geller, famous around the world for his paranormal abilities. 52 divination cards enable users to connect with the aliens, answer any question, and develop their psychic powers. The Extraterrestrial Oracle is a unique guide to connecting to the energy and wisdom of these incredible beings, empowering you to receive their assistance and guidance. The cards will help you to use the power of your mind to connect with them, hone your psychic powers, and unlock your submerged potential. These cards draw on ancient traditions such as Kabbalah, Hinduism, Buddhism, Zinner, and Tarot, as well as science, numerology, astrology, mythology, and symbology. Each card has a powerful symbol or image to meditate on as often as you wish, and a poignant theme to focus on, an insightful personal message to draw from, and a practical exercise to try. All of which will help you nurture your paranormal abilities and become more of a guiding light in our world. Now, this is the only image that we have for this deck currently, but maybe gives you a taste of the style. And I believe that's it, yes. And down here it tells you about the author. Uri Geller is the world's most investigated and celebrated paranormalist. In 2017, the CIA released files describing tests of his abilities that concluded he has demonstrated his paranormal perceptual ability in a convincing and unambiguous manner. So that's a look at the Extraterrestrial Oracle. Releasing October 29th is Jane Austen Oracle. This deck retails for $24.99 in the US. The publisher is Titan Books, and the guidebook is 48 pages. Let the rich world of Jane Austen guide you with this beautifully illustrated oracle deck and discover your inner Elizabeth Bennet or Marianne Dashwood. Featuring beautiful illustrations inspired by the abundant world of Jane Austen, this 40-card oracle deck is a unique way to experience Austen's timeless stories and iconic characters. Let's take a closer look. So we have the front here. I can see some gold foiling on the box, so that's beautiful. Here we have the back. From that image of the back of the box, I don't see finger cutouts. So hopefully it's staggered, the box, so that it's easier to open. I can't tell. And here we can see that there is some gold gilding on the edges. Another look here. There's the guidebook. And here we can see this softer color palette with the influences of Jane Austen. We have this old-fashioned style, yet still has a touch of modernness to it. Here's a closer look. Now I can read some of them for you. We have card 33, the marriage proposal. This is your chance to evolve. Then we have card 32, the luck of hair. Nostalgia seems to be invading your thoughts, but is it a good advisor? So you could use these without the guidebook, just going off the prompts of these cards because it's written right on there. And here's an example of the write-up in the guidebook. We have the number, we have a color image, we have the card name, and then a bit of a statement, overall message at the top. And then it talks a little bit about the character in this card. And then it tells you the inspiration. So what book this inspiration is from and this character is from. So that's really cool. Let's see if there's anything else. We can see the images a little better here. So that's a look at the Jane Austen Oracle. Releasing October 25th, we have Oracle of the In-Between. This deck retails for $24.95 in the US and is published by Go Tracy Publishing. Not sure if I'm saying that right. The guidebook is 230 pages. Now please note, over here it says title will be released on November 15th, but I can see it also lists publication date as October 25th. I went ahead and checked some other listings and they say October 25th, so I think this is a simple mistake over on the right. The captivating, fantastical art of Yasmin Westwood, paired with the unsurpassed wisdom teachings of Tracy Dumblazier, recontextualizes common concepts in extraordinary ways, offering a magical perspective through the lens of the in-between. Let's take a look at this. So we can see some of that fantastical art. I do see a hard box with finger cutouts. Now, since I want more, I'm going to go ahead and look for another site to show you more photos. And here we have it from the, I believe this is the artist's website. Here we can see some more pictures here. Okay, I see a number and a keyword included in the art. So there's some more images. And the artist, Yasmin, has also worked on a few other decks. So here they are, Angels of Healing and Hope Oracle, the Westwood Tarot, which was recently released. I covered that in my September new releases video. Lenormand of Enchantment, Tarot of the Enchanted Soul, and the Tarot of Enchanted Dreams, as well as the artwork in the Magic of Lenormand card reading. So that should give you an idea of the artwork that will be in this deck. And that's a look at the Oracle of the In-Between. Releasing October 28th is the Bloodlands Oracle. Retailing for $29.99 in the US, this deck is published by Red Feather. The guidebook is 112 pages. Inspired by the geography and elements of the natural world, Readers immerse themselves in a transformative journey through the rivers, cliffs, and footpaths of nature and discover the rich symbolism of the Earth's many terrains. This oracle beckons readers to embrace the wild landscapes of their soul, where they may find their deepest inner world reflected in wood, water, and stone. So we have a beautiful cover here. Really cool. Here's the back. Beautiful artwork, and we can see an elemental note up at the top. And this is card 9, the Cloud Veil. Card 11, the Lightning Strike. Serious force of nature here. And then the calm of the Alpine Lake. This artwork is really beautiful. So here's some examples of the write-ups, and they do include reverse meanings as well as key words. More beautiful artwork. Another example of the write-ups. The moon bow. Oh, that's cool. That's very cool. It really captures that kind of eerie, special look of the moon bow. The cascade. These are really beautiful. Let's see if there's anything else. A journey of self-discovery inspired by the natural world. And here we can see some more cards. Ooh, darkness with the stars. That's beautiful. The sapling. Really gorgeous artwork. I like this artist. Yeah, this is cool. So I think that Amory Abbott is both the artist and the author. Let's see. That's amazing. Okay, well, that's a look at the beautiful Bloodlands Oracle. Releasing October 28th, we have the Animystic Tarot. This deck retails for $29.99 in the US, and the publisher is Red Feather. The guidebook is 176 pages. Now, for a guidebook of 176 pages and 78 cards, $29.99 is definitely a reasonable price for a deck. The natural world is alive, aware, and waiting to connect with you. Reimagining the Waite Smith tradition through the eyes of the animate earth, the Animystic Tarot is your keys to unlocking the mystical power of nature. Explore a modern interpretation of animism, the world's oldest belief system, through the perspective of tarot. Let's take a closer look. So beautiful front here. The Fool. I love the glow that some of this has here. It's simple yet not boring. Some beautiful images, beautiful artwork. 8 of Cups. It almost reminds me of, what is that called? Where you put wax down and you use dyes to create the patterns. Very cool. Let's see if there's anything else here. Animism, the belief that objects, places, and creatures all possess a distinct spiritual essence. And here you can see more of the cards. And it looks like the author is also the artist. And I love her name, Willow Faye. So these look quite beautiful. And definitely a new take. I haven't seen an animistic tarot deck before. So that's a look at the Animystic Tarot. Releasing on October 28th is Tarot Training Sleeves. Retail cost is $37.99 in the US, and the publisher is Red Feather. Print length is 80 pages. Learn tarot meanings effortlessly with this innovative 3-step interactive training program. Slide your own favorite tarot card, which fits decks up to 3x5, and the included definition card and keyword labels into the sleeve. So just a note on that size, that should fit your standard tarot decks. Use the keyword labels when you're just getting started, then remove and use the definition cards when you're ready to test your memory and dive deeper. When you're ready to take the next step, scan the QR code on the definition cards to be taken to the Tarot Training Portal for advanced meanings, correspondences, history, video content, and more. So that video content is intriguing. I'd be curious to see what quality, what kind of video content there is. So here's the box. So here we can see there are 80 training sleeves, 3x5. There's 84 keyword labels. I kind of wonder what those extra keyword labels are because we have 78 cards in a deck. So that's interesting. And then we have 80 definition cards with QR codes to the Tarot Training Portal. So once again, I wonder what those 2 extra cards are, since there's normally 78. And we have on this card, we have upright meanings for the High Priestess, and we have reverse meanings. But up in the corner there, you can see that QR code, which is going to take you to the training portal for more resources, more advanced resources. So very interesting. Let's see if we can see anything else. Okay, nothing new here, but I'm intrigued. I would be curious to see what kind of content is in that portal. And then, of course, that gives me a better idea of what the value would be. You know, what kind of, because if there's great training resources in that portal, well, this price is very affordable. If it's not, then, you know, that's up to you if you think it's worth it or not. But very curious. So, a new approach. So that's the Tarot Training Sleeves. Releasing October 29th is Millennial Tarot. This deck retails for $25 in the US, and the publisher is RP Studio. Print length is 152 pages, and so you get a large guidebook and 78 cards for $25, so decent price on that. And this actually used to be a indie deck that sold out, so now we have it picked up mass market. Evoking imagery of avocados, student loans, side hustles, and other symbols of the millennial condition, this deck and accompanying guidebook are a playful yet powerful tool for millennial mystics and those who love them. And it notes that there is a magnetic closure box with this, so that's great. So here's a look. We can see that magnetic flip open box, and it looks like we have kind of a tuck on the side that holds the cards, and on the other side the guidebook, at least from what I can tell here. It's a little hard to see. No other images there, but since this is an indie deck, I'm going to pull up the indie deck version. So, granted, this is mass market, so they may have made some changes to titles or colors, I don't know. But here's a look at what you're going to get, a general idea of the Millennial Tarot. So the Fool, the Millennial, the Chariot, van life, strength, DIY skills, death, student loans, and there are some words that I can't read smaller below there. Here's, we have vibes for wands. So this was the major arcana here, the journey. And we have fills for cups. Thoughts for swords. Swag is pentacles. And it was $49. That's how the cover did look. So here we go. Death, student loans, ending past ways of living for new ones. So kind of dealing with some modern struggles. The Empress, the Etsy Queen, nurturing and protecting what you want. And here's some more here. Work-life balance for that 2 of coins, and they have a Bitcoin. So definitely some modern themes for sure. Now, let's see. And something to note here is it says, a note on art creation. The tarot card images in this deck were developed in collaboration between artist and technology. They were created in part by generative AI. Now, I appreciate that they've shown that on the listing. I think that's how it should be done. And let's see if there's anything else. So there's no more here to look at, but that's a look at the Millennial Tarot. Releasing October 29th is Beetlejuice Tarot Deck. Now, I'm not going to say that 3 times, but this retails for $27.99 in the US, and the publisher is Insight Editions. Now, it lists the print length as 78 pages, so I assume that just means the 78 cards, because I do see a note here that says that this deck comes with a fold-out map, complete with card meanings and instructions. So I think that you're going to get the fold-out map with meanings in lieu of the guidebook, but I'm just speculating there and taking a guess. I do think the map would be fun to see. Hopefully it's really well illustrated with a Beetlejuice world. Let's take a closer look. So here we have the cover. I can't see the actual box, and then we have for the Fool, Beetlejuice, oh boy. And then for High Priestess, Handbook for the Recently Deceased. And I love that for the Lovers. Wheel of Fortune, that's pretty cool. Nice choice. And the Star, classic scene. Classic. Okay, so now I don't know if these are going to be pippish or fully illustrated. Let's see if we can see some more. So we have Queen of Swords. And then these are the same cards we saw before. So it does say each card features full color illustrations of characters and scenes from Beetlejuice. That's exciting. I hope it is fully illustrated because personally that's my preference and I am a Beetlejuice fan. So looking forward to seeing this come out and how it actually is. The cards we saw I do think are fun. So that's a look at the Beetlejuice Tarot deck. Releasing on Halloween, we have Happy Halloween Tarot. This deck retails for $26.95 in the US and is published by US Games. The guidebook is 128 pages. The author found inspiration in iconic vintage Halloween art, as well as her own childhood Halloween memories and the joy that they brought her. She used a festive candy corn color palette and included her favorite spooky creatures. As a homage to her Latin heritage, she chose to use Spanglish titles and gender-neutral descriptions for the court cards. This deck has a linen finish with ghostly gray edges, and the guidebook is illustrated and comes with custom spreads. So let's take a look at this deck. And shout out to Lexi for telling me about this one. It's definitely on my wish list. Here we can see on the cover already the great creativity. I can see a bit of the tower and the moon card blended onto the front here. And then the Wheel of Fortune. This is really cute. You have candy and bats and coffins and cats and anyway, more. But at the bottom, it's cute because you see a happy pumpkin and then a sad pumpkin, which, you know, Wheel of Fortune, who knows which way it turns. The Hanged Man. This is really cute. Definitely the candy corn there. I love this. What are they cooking up? I'm curious. Sprinkling some magic there. And then we have the Five of Swords. Oof, kind of gutted. And check out these backs. These backs are really cool. Definitely that candy corn color scheme there. I like those. Reversible. And I can definitely do more Halloween themed decks. You know, when they're done right, they're really fun to have. And this one actually was an indie deck before, so great to see it come out mass market, so it's accessible to many of us. Let's see if there's anything else. Okay, it talks about the author if you want to see more. And then there's a little video down here, so that could be good to see and get more detail. So that's a look at the Happy Halloween Tarot. Releasing on October 31st, we have Calandra Tarot. Not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. This deck retails for $23.95 in the US, and the publisher is US Games. The guidebook is 120 pages. Each card was designed by the artist using traditional mediums of airbrush, acrylic paint, and colored pencils. The 80-card deck includes 2 additional cards that explore the duality of life, as above and so below. The guidebook provides keywords and meanings, as well as instructions for reading the cards, including a custom self-awareness exploration spread. Let's take a look at this artwork. Here we can see a beautiful cover. The Magician. The Empress, very beautiful. The Hierophant. Temperance. 4 of Swords. 2 of Wands. 2 of Cups. Beautiful colors. And here's the backs. It looks like they're reversible. And there again is the cover. Quite beautiful artwork. You can tell that this was hand done. And it talks a little bit about the artist. So very beautiful. That's the Calandra Tarot or Calandra Tarot. Releasing on October 31st, we have Afro Goddess Lenormand Oracle. This deck retails for $24.95 in the US. The publisher is US Game Systems. The creator of this deck also created Afro Goddess Tarot Arcanas. This deck has gold glitter edges and spot varnish card backs. There are 37 cards in this deck, which means that there's a bonus card because Lenormand normally has 36. And the bonus card is the Ankh card, which signifies spiritual rebirth and personal alchemy. The guidebook provides detailed meanings and nuanced readings in the areas of love, career, and health matters. Clear instructions are also offered for an array of card spreads, including the Grand Tableau. Let's take a look. You can see a beautiful cover here. I love the blue and green that's been included in the hair. That's really cool. Another look at that card. Beautiful. I love that. The snake. Great vibrant colors here. The bear. The crossroads. Ooh, that's great. The letter. The anchor. We have a mermaid. And here's the backs of the deck. Okay, let's see if there's anything else. Okay, and here you can learn more about the author. And that's a look at the Afro Goddess Lenormand. Releasing October 31st, we have Smith-Waite Tarot Deck Borderless Mini Edition. And this is retailing for $13.95 in the US and is published by US Game Systems. Says a print length of 60 pages, so it looks like a booklet of card meanings is included. And this is just a classic deck. I actually have this, the large version, and I like that it's borderless. So here we have a mini version of the borderless. course, you're familiar with these images, but just want to show you. So very cool. If you want a mini version, that will be coming out October 31st. Releasing October 31st is Deviant Moon Tarot Borderless Miniature Edition. This will be $13.95 retail in the US and is published by US Games. Looks like there will be a booklet of 76 pages. Now, I know this is very exciting to a lot of people. I actually don't have this deck, but I've heard really great things about it, that it's an excellent reader, and some people say specifically they enjoy using it for dream work. So I think that's an intriguing idea. And this is cool artwork. Definitely a good time of year to work with something like this. So I'm just going through quickly because you probably know if you want this deck or not by now because it has been out, but this one is a small version. So if you really like it, I could imagine wanting to pick up something you can travel with. So this is pretty exciting. I know this is very loved. So that's a look at the Deviant Moon Tarot Borderless Miniature Edition. Releasing October 31st is Elemental North Tarot Cards. This deck will retail for $24.95 in the US. It's published by US Game Systems and will come with a 148-page guidebook that will include card meanings, correlations, spell work, and manifestations. This deck presents a fascinating blend of tarot symbolism, Norse runes, astrology, elements, and numerology, as well as plant and animal imagery. The artwork features rune staves on each card and was intricately created to work intuitively, much like sigils and talismans. So here's the cover. I can see some rune staves on here. We have the triple goddess symbol and what looks like a lotus and almost like a crown of bones. It's very interesting. And then we have two moons, probably different phases, and some pomegranates. Here for the Empress, we have rune staves again, but then you see just the elements of this card represented. So like, for example, the Venus symbol, the pomegranate, the wheat, and then we have grapes, which to me does make sense. That's that lusciousness. And we have a constellation and flowers. So this is really cool. I like this. Once again, Emperor, rune staves, and then his essential symbols. Temperance. We have the symbolism for Sagittarius and Jupiter. And then the card number is kind of hidden within the water as well. Really beautiful. Ooh, look at this moon card. We have moon phases. This is cool. And we have a trident there, and the moon card is associated with Pisces. And in modern astrology, Neptune rules Pisces, though in traditional, it's Jupiter. This adorable Queen of Pentacles. Five of Swords. Queen of Wands. Oh, that's cool. I think this is beautiful. And then here's the backs. More rune staves, and the guidebook. Yeah, this one's exciting to me. It's really unique and different and seems readable. There's not faces or people to read, but certainly the symbolism. So for some people that don't read faces as well, this actually might be perfect by keeping it with the symbolism. So that's a look at the Elemental North Tarot. Releasing on Halloween, we have Tarot of Mystical Moments Borderless Miniature Edition. This will retail for $13.95 in the US and is published by US Game Systems. It will come with a booklet of 76 pages. And once again, this is another popular tarot deck that they're creating a mini of, so that's really exciting. I do have this full-size tarot deck. I think it's really cool. Yeah. You know, I don't always need things straightforward. Sometimes I like things that really give you pause for thought, or maybe a little bit different, or as referenced in the name, a little bit mystical. Yeah, that's cool. So, yeah. Excited to see a mini of this. That's Tarot of Mystical Moments, Miniature Edition. And now for indie decks. Available for pre-order and coming this November by Anna's Breath is the Alchemical Self, Altar and Oracle card set. So here we can see beautiful watercolors, great symbolism. The unique mystic treasure weaves together the power of myth, hermetic wisdom, and archetypes to create a cohesive alchemical experience that both inspires and propels one's evolution of spirit. And this is 21 hand-painted watercolor images coupled with an extensive guidebook. The soulfully written guidebook includes a rich introduction into alchemy, exercises for the psyche, plus rituals for the soma to keep you flowing and engaged in the alchemical path. An extensive table of correspondences, mythic lore, archetypal exposés, symbolic breakdowns of all the images, and oracle readings for each card. The cards are sized at 3.75 by 5.5 inches. Small enough to shuffle, but large enough to appreciate their detailed, rich symbolic depth. Each set contains 3 wooden easels to display the cards on an altar. All of this will be wrapped in a beautiful box with original cover art yet to be made public. Here's one of the cards, Healer's Cosmosis. And as you can see here, there's a real depth of symbolism in their artwork, and a skillful artist as well. Very beautiful. Let's see if we have some more here. Here's another piece. Once again, rich in symbolism. This experiential set takes us on a journey into the 7 gateways of alchemy, and by extension, the 7 planets and 7 chakras by way of mythic lore, hermetic wisdom, and archetypal integration. And here we can see more of the art. Song of the Selkie, Disillusion, Invoking the Great Mother. And here's some more artwork. Coagulation. And I met this artist at Northwest Tarot Symposium, and they were quite lovely, and man, I loved so much of their artwork. It was, I was trying not to spend money, but it was very hard looking at these beautiful pieces. So this is a great way to pick up more of their artwork. Now here, this is very cool because if you catch this pre-order earlier, you can name your price special. This is before it goes more expensive, and there's just a $40 minimum. So that's really neat. And, there's I think just 21 cards, but seeing this artwork in person, it's completely worth it. And especially with $40, this artwork is gorgeous and deeply meaningful with its symbolism. So very excited to show you this, and it was wonderful meeting the artist as well. So that's a look at the Alchemical Self. Now, in my last video, I mentioned that the Botan Tarot 2nd edition would be releasing, trying to give you a preemptive start at catching this one. Now, it has released for pre-order. I see up here, though, it says sold out, so it went pretty quickly. But there's a note here. It says sold out. Please hang tight. Another small batch is on the way. I do not have a timeline for when it will arrive, so please do not message me asking for more info. So if you are interested in this deck, there's still a chance that you may catch it. And here's a look at this deck. Matte linen, beautiful cards. And I did go over this in my last video, so I won't spend too much time here. It's also limited to 2 decks per customer, by the way. So Botan Tarot, hopefully getting in another small batch, it looks like. Available for pre-order now and shipping in January 2025 is Earth, Moon, and Shadow 2nd edition plus the expansion pack. Now, if you already have the original deck, you can purchase the expansion pack separately as well. Earth, Moon, and Shadow Oracle was Seraphina's passion project. She developed each card as a way to work with different aspects of the shadow self. As Carl Jung so eloquently put it, everyone carries a shadow, and the less it is embodied in the individual's conscious life, the blacker and denser it is. Our intention with this deck is to offer those embarking on a shadow journey with tools and prompts that not only explore the dark crevices of the shadow with compassion and purpose, but to ultimately incorporate the shadow self into our conscious lives. So they are not only reprinting the original 48 cards, but they're also adding 15 brand new cards to the deck. These will be borderless, measure 4.5 by 3 inches. The deck is printed on 400 GSM, so that's a thick cardstock, what I would describe as thick anyway. And it will be 100% recycled white core cardstock with a matte finish. Now they've updated the box and book. The box and book are now the same size as the cards, so they've shrunk the packaging down a bit. The box will now come with a magnetic lid, and we can take a look at an example of what that box type will look like. So here, this is pretty fancy. We can take a look at how it will be. Obviously, the cover and sides will look different, but very cool. Nice to see that. So let's take a look at some of this artwork. This has been on my wish list for a while, so really excited to see this pre-order come up. Earth, Moon, and Shadow Oracle. There's the beautiful box here. Of course, we can see a nod to Odin. There's the backs of the deck, and we can see a Shadow War card here. The Pain Demon, Stripped Bare, Torment, Agony. The Cunning, Discernment, Shrewdness, Wolf in Sheep's Clothing. And I love that depiction there, that's beautiful. The Curse of Narcissus, Vanity, Hubris, Self-Obsession. What a great card. Yeah, and I love, once again, I love this artwork and really deep meanings here. Oh, this one's stunning. Spiritual Sandpaper, Challenges, Adversity, Refinement. What a great image. The Succubus, Oppressed, Depleted, Drained. Wow, I'm sure this could come up for quite a few people nowadays, how hard we all work. Okay, so now we're repeating, but just gorgeous artwork. And this was not available for a while, so like I said, very excited to see it come up. Now let me show you the expansion pack. Okay, so here is the pre-sale page with everything related to Earth, Moon, and Shadow. Even a hoodie. I'm definitely a fan of hoodies. So, and then we have this spiral notebook and a few things, but here's the expansion pack. So let's see. So let's see if it tells us more about this expansion pack. So it will be 15 additional cards and comes with a free PDF copy of the updated guidebook. A hard copy of the updated book will also be available for pre-order. So if you want a new guidebook to include those cards, looks like that would be a separate purchase. We saw those on the pre-sale page before. So it looks like these may be some of the new images. Beautiful. So that's a look at the Earth, Moon, and Shadow Oracle. Available for pre-order with an estimated release of end of October is Crow Redo Pocket Oracle. This is by MJ Colonnane. The Crow Redo Oracle is a beautifully reimagined, pocket-sized deck that merges the wisdom and inspiration of the Urban Crow Oracle with its expansion deck, plus 4 brand new cards. Card size is 2.5 by 3.5, arrives in a 2-piece cardboard box and velvet bag. There will be an option to add a wooden box as well, and it includes a guidebook. So here's a look at some of those images of crows. Quite beautiful. So that's a look at the Crow Redo Oracle. Available for pre-order and shipping in November, we have the Fairy Tale Journey Tarot. Now, you will have 3 options with this deck. One of them will be a 14 centimeter larger size. The other 2 will be 12 centimeters, so the same sizes, but different edging. One with gold, one with black, and different backs. The large version has a set edging and back. So let's take a look. The only thing that'll be different is the edging and the backs, so we can get an idea here of the artwork. There's the box. It looks like a storybook box. Very beautiful. Here's a look at the artwork. Temperance. So no borders. Beautiful major arcana here. We can see some fantasy in these cards. There's the Wands suit. The cups and the colors definitely show you what suit you're in. Swords and the pentacles. And this is from the makers of Slavic Legends Tarot and the Dark Mansion Tarot, as well as others. Let's see some more about the cardstock here. So let's see, high quality durable paper finished with silk matte lamination, not shiny, soft and pleasant to the touch. And then of course we already mentioned the edging. And the box that looks like a book closes with a magnet. So that's a look at the Fairy Tale Journey Tarot. And now for Kickstarter campaigns. Ending on October 1st is Celestial Bodies 2 Astrology and Numerology Oracle Deck, a stunning all-in-one tool that teaches you everything you could ever want to know about astrology and numerology. And I'd like to give a special thank you to EllenGem11 for commenting on my September new releases video and telling me about this awesome campaign. Thank you so much, EllenGem11. I really appreciate it. Now, unfortunately, this is going to end very soon. This actually launched a few days after my September video already went up, so hopefully some of you will catch this, those of you that watch these videos right away. So here we can already see some beautiful colors and rainbow holographic gilding on the sides. Now, the creator of this deck also created She-Wolf Tarot, Your Wise Animal Body, and Serpent Fire Tarot. So this deck will have 84 cards and have a 370-page guidebook, which will come in 2 volumes. It will come in a 2-piece lift box with a special poem inside, and they're exclusively offering the travel size of this deck. It will be 5 by 4. They're mentioning that because this deck previously had 2 sizes, one larger and then one more of a travel size, which this would be, which is still quite large. So this is both a learning tool and an oracle intended to help teach you astrology and numerology, but also so that you can use the deck as an oracle. Now here, you can see some inspiration for the deck. And here we go. Here are some of the cards themselves for this particular deck. There's going to be the signs, planets, houses, moon phases, and of course, as mentioned, numerology. Let's zoom in a little bit here so you can see these really cool cards. And of course, I think this would go great with Serpent Fire and She-Wolf. It's a super cool style. And 84 cards, so a lot of cards there. Now, there will also be angles, dualities, triplicities or elements, quadruplicities, aspects, and aspect patterns. So there's a closer look at some of the artwork. It has a very 70s feel to me, I think, between both the colors and the font style, yet there is a modern and original take on it. Okay, and here are the numerology cards. Here's a look at the guidebook. There are 2 volumes, Volume 1 and Volume 2. And Volume 1 will have notes from the artist, how to use the deck, unique spreads, introduction to astrology, luminaries and planets, eclipses, moon phases, Saturn return, the signs. And Volume 2 will contain houses, angles, dualities, triplicities, quadruplicities, aspects and aspect patterns, numerology, notes on retrogrades, notes on eclipses, casting your natal chart, tables and graphs. So I could see why they broke it up like that. Volume 2 feels a little more advanced. You're incorporating some of the knowledge you've learned from Volume 1, laying the foundations with that Volume 1. Now, if you back this deck, you're going to get access to a secret website. This secret website includes deck walkthroughs, artwork explanations, insight into Saturn returns, and a lot of other free goodies. And so this section here you can ignore because we have an update. And the update is that Serpent Fire was originally running this campaign to kind of save the business, but now Tarot Stack will be taking over the publishing of She-Wolf Tarot and Serpent Fire Tarot straight away. If you aren't familiar with Tarot Stack, they have a lot of great indie decks. I've purchased from them before, and in the US, typically the shipping is free from Tarot Stack, so that's really nice. I do have a coupon that you can use to get $5 off Tarot Stack. It's a referral code. I'll go ahead and put that in the description in case you're interested in checking out their site and picking up some things. And so that's a look at celestial bodies too. And now for one more, ending on October 1st, and that's Red Hand Tarot. Red Hand Tarot uses the archetypes of tarot using a gracefully gothic aesthetic. So here you can see a hard 2-piece box as well as the guidebook. You can also see the backs of the cards. So the creator notes that in addition to the RWS titles, they've also included the traditional Golden Dawn titles, which can be found at the bottom of the cards. On some of them, they've made slight moderations, for example, shortening them. So for example, in one, normally it would be the Lord of Established Strength, and now it just reads Established Strength. And there we can see some more cards. I'm going to zoom in a bit. So that bold red and black and white. Here we have 8 of Cups, Abandon Success, Saturn and Pisces, which is actually where it is right now, at least tropically. Then we have Strength, and check out that Queen of Swords. Very cool. Now, cards will be a standard size, 2.75 by 4.75, on casino quality linen cardstock with black core and gloss coating. And as we saw, the edging is red gilt. This deck will come with a booklet for easy reference. There's that Queen of Swords again. And here's some more images. Okay, and here is the major arcana images. Here's some minor arcana, the Wands, Cups, Swords, Pentacles, and then we're going to get in some details. So we have stretch goals there. Now this stretch goal was met, so you are going to get an additional Justice card, which will be exclusive to the Kickstarter campaign, as well as an exclusive Strength card. and then some stickers. So that's a look at the Red Hand Tarot. Ending October 3rd is Wildland Tarot, and this is a hand-drawn deck full of your favorite woodland creatures. I'm noticing here that this company is from Olympia, Washington, which is cool. I used to live in Olympia and loved it out there. A lot of great people and a beautiful place. I also can't help but think of the Courtney Love song, When I Went to School in Olympia. Don't know if you've heard it, but of course that comes to mind. Lots of stories of Kurt Cobain and Courtney Love out there, since they did have a presence out there. Okay, so this campaign is actually being put on by a perfume company. They normally don't do tarot, but they do have a perfume called Tarot. And so they've decided to do this tarot deck, and this deck will only be available through this Kickstarter campaign. So here you can see a flip through of all of the cards, since there's only a few cards shown on this campaign, but with this you can see each one. I personally slowed it down. I did watch this video. I had to slow it down by like half because I wanted to see the images a little bit better, and the flip through was a little fast, but there we go. I couldn't get these links to work, so maybe you can, those campaign links. All right, so here's an example here. We have the Five of Wands, and we can see an octopus and this beautiful hand-drawn artwork. I think it's quite beautiful. The only thing I would say is that you do have slightly duplicative titles, because we have a Roman numeral 5 at the top, and then we have Five of Wands spelled out, and then we have the number 5 below that. So it does look cool, the way the layout is, but I don't know, I could probably do without the number 5 below and make that circle a little bit smaller, but obviously that's a design choice. I am not the artist or the designer, or, you know, maybe there's some other ways they could go about it, but here we have the tower with the owl fleeing from the tree that's been hit by some lightning. The magician as a fox, which I associate with Mercury, so that makes sense. The hermit. Queen of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles, perfect to have the penguins. And Page of Swords. Very cute, great drawings, I'm enjoying that. And it does mention it comes with a booklet. And then in the background, I want to point out here, I can see a tuck box. So it will be a tuck box with this. Now, to look at the cardstock, we have to go to the facts. And here it says that they're going to be printed on 350-gram cardstock and die cut instead of batch printed and cut. They also went with a matte finish instead of shiny, and that will give them a nice subtle sheen that doesn't reflect light. So that's a look at the Wildland Tarot deck. All right, folks, check it out. We have a dog deck. So ending October 7th is the Tranquil Dog Tarot. And as you can see, it features dogs. Let's take a look. This campaign is from the maker of Wheel of Fortune Tarot. Here we can see a sneak peek. It looks like that's the box there, the blue box with the dog reading tarot. And then the backs have the bone, very cute. We're gonna get the story of the maker here. Okay, and here we have the Fool, the High Priestess. And this is going to talk about the guidebook. It's going to be a digital guidebook. Let's see if we can get closer here. A digital guidebook. They want it to be something like this, I believe. So it looks like pretty short write-ups. Now here we go. Let's zoom back in and look at this major arcana. Okay, look at that Empress with the poodle. And in the magician, instead of a wand, it's a bone. That's really cute. And once again, in the world, it's bones instead of wands. Very cute. Okay, here's the wands. So instead of wands, it looks like we have very long bones. Check out that Ace of Wands. We have a paw holding a bone. That Page of Wands, that's perfect. The dog is enamored with its bone. Cute. Let's see what else we have. Now we have cups. In the Six of Cups, instead of flowers in the cup, being given its bones, so that's very cute. And then in the Seven of Cups, we have a dog sniffing each cup. Very cute customization there. Adjustments for the dog. That dog is eyeing the bird in that Page of Swords. I think that bird better be careful. Now in the Pentacles, we have bones on the Pentacles. You can see in the Six there, bones are being weighed out and then some paws outstretched. Okay, so the cards will be 350 high quality art paper with a smooth matte finish. And there will be blue foil print on both sides with blue foil edges. The box will be a top opening book-shaped box and will also have blue foil print with embossing and a ribbon. And then we have some other things, a keychain, a crystal, altar cloth. I don't know, I assume that's if you want to bundle things. That's details on that. And then here's some stickers. And oh, that edging is pretty. There's a look at the box, the top open box there. Has a nice image on the inside to greet you when you open it. And then we have some stretch goals, but this is also a nice way to see some of these images a little larger. Now this orange, it looks like they were considering two versions, and there was a vote 50-50 amongst their team. Half of them liked this, half of them liked the blue. So as a stretch goal, they are, if they make it, they will offer an additional, that additional color version. Personally, I like that blue. I mean, this is fun too, though. This does pop, but I'd be in that other 50%. So that's a look at the Tranquil Dog Tarot. Ending October 8th is Everybody's Mini Tarot Deck. Bright, simple, accessible, and now tiny. A super cute 100 card limited edition mini tarot deck. And these graphics are adorable. So some bright, fun colors here. This is the mini version of their Everybody's Tarot. This version is a special edition that will have 100 cards. And take a look at those cute cards. I love how you can really see the size there compared to their hands. Just tiny and cute. I do see reversible backs. So this includes 22 bonus cards. That's how we get the 100. They added the bonus cards as an exclusive addition to the first printing of this mini deck. Those 22 extra cards will fit inside the box, and they're only available during this campaign. Now, once it goes to their shop after the Kickstarter, the deck will only have 78 cards. While I have largely stayed within the structure of the RWS deck, some cards needed changing for me to truly feel their essence. I removed the imagery of baking from the Six of Pentacles and instead focused on the idea of finances being shared in a balanced way. Death is a butterfly because death is a transition and not something that needs fearful imagery around it. The Hermit, being the card I identify with most, has no hint of sadness or gloom. Instead, it focuses on a kind of positive retreating into ourselves through acts of self-care. So these are digital mock-ups of the cards. Super fun and happy. Definitely great for adults, but also younger folks, I think, especially with the changes that they've made. Here's the bonus cards here. Let's take a look at what these bonus cards are. Now, those cards definitely make me think of this being good for younger folks, especially like the saying no or boundaries, equality, forgiveness, gratitude, support. Lots of good lessons, I think, in here. Compassion. So this could definitely be nice for younger people, in my opinion. Now, let me scroll out here. Okay, so the cards will be 1.6 by 2.5 inches with rounded corners. The deck does not come with a guidebook, but there will be a free PDF available to download on their website after the campaign, which is good because I would want to see what the bonus cards, how they define those bonus cards. These will be printed on 310 GSM Heretic Smooth Black Cord Playing Card Board. Now for a smaller deck, a thinner GSM I think is better, so you have a little more flexibility in relation to that size. The cards will come in a tuck box. We have some add-ons. And here's some more photos of these cute cards. Oh, that Empress. Once again, we can see that size, cute size, bright colors. There's a standard deck. So you're going to be able to add on some of their other decks. That Unicorn Queen of Cups, very cute. Now, these here are images from the Everybody's Oracle. And they're including that because you can add on the Everybody's Oracle. So that's a look at the Everybody's Mini Tarot deck. Ending October 8th is the Thorngale Oracle deck. This is a 44-card oracle deck and booklet inspired by the novel Thorngale. And already we can see some beautiful artwork here. Here we can see some more of this really cool artwork. I haven't heard any buzz around this deck, but I saw the artwork and thought this is cool, so definitely wanted to include it. The chamber pot. Yeah. As mentioned, there will be 44 hand-drawn cards. They will be 4x6 photo-sized cards. So, oracle decks are usually larger, so this one will be larger. There will be a booklet to decode your readings and a black velvet bag to store the cards. So, in lieu of a box, you'll get a black velvet bag. The cards will have a glossy finish. The booklet will be about 50 pages, and it contains detailed descriptions of the cards, what each image portrays, and how it relates to Thorngale, and what the card means in a reading. It also contains recommendations on different card spreads for Oracle and Tarot beginners. So Thorngale is a gothic horror novel written by the author of this deck. They note that it's not necessary to have read the novel to use this deck, but if you pledge $40 or over for this Kickstarter, you'll receive the ebook included with the deck. And here's a nice large image so we can see these cards better. Just beautiful artwork. Here's the grub, the jackdaw. Really cool artwork there. The stallion. And then we get some information about the artist. So I think this is pretty cool. This is the Thorngale Oracle. Ending on October 10th is Snowdrop Oracle by Heidi Phelps. Heidi Phelps is also the creator of Black Violet Tarot. This is a floral oracle deck inspired by the zodiac and Victorian florography, the secret language of flowers. Now, this is the second deck that has been florography related, so that's kind of interesting. I'm curious if any of you use florography in your practice. I'd love to know. There will be 44 cards in this deck that will be made of 350 GSM art paper. There will be 32 floral cards with keywords, 12 zodiac cards with associated flowers and full messages. The box will be a 2-piece lid and bottom box, and it will have thumb tabs for easy opening. The guidebook will be approximately 100 pages and will fit in the box. The guidebook will include keywords, full descriptions, and images of each card. It will be full color. Now, they have a stretch goal. One stretch goal that I see, if they reach 11,000, it will have foil stamp with white foil edges. So they would add a white, shimmery, snow white foil stamp to the box and white foil edges to the cards. That sounds pretty cool to me. I'm intrigued, and it definitely goes with the Snowdrop theme. So it looks like here we see the box design. Now here's a sneak peek of some of the artwork. Now they did mention that there would be keywords and for some full messages. So I think they are just showing us the artwork and not including the keywords here that they would associate with it or the full messages. And here's the astrology ones, which I think those are the ones that have full messages, if I recall right. Graphic style definitely fits with the Black Violet Tarot. Okay. And then we'll have some add-ons. So that's a look at the Snowdrop Oracle. Ending October 10th is ScandiNight Lenormand deck. This is a hand-drawn deck with 36 illustrated cards inspired by Scandinavian folklore with a modern twist. You can see some beautiful artwork there. A little look at the process here. So here's a look at the deck. We can see a box here. It looks like a tuck box, I think, to me. And it notes that these are all hand-drawn, no AI is used. And just a beautiful, yet sweet style of artwork here. Scandinavian folklore, as they mentioned. And we have the classic Lenormand cards and symbolism here. Oh, these are cute. Okay, so it says the video will have a close-up view. So if you want to see the cards larger, the video will show that. And the final versions will have rounded corners. So these will be 70 by 100 millimeters. So they will be a nice petite size Lenormand. So those decks, if you don't work with them, they're usually smaller because then you can do something like a grand tableau, which is a spread that has a lot of cards. And if you had large cards, you'd need a big table, and also kind of viewing it would be a little bit more difficult because it would be so large. These will be printed on premium 350 GSM cardstock. It mentions coated paper. I'm not sure if it will be matte or shiny. And alongside the 36 cards, you'll find a special bonus card featuring a QR code. Okay, so it's not like an extra card, it's just the QR code. And the QR code is to the digital booklet. Now, with your backing of the deck, you will also get a sticker pack. And there's another color version of this deck that you can decide to back, the Dreamy Dusk edition with this beautiful blue. Here's a look at that. Each deck that you back will come with a pouch, black for the original edition and blue for that limited edition Dreamy Dusk version. And the pouches are cotton. So that's a look at the ScandiNight Lenormand. Ending October 10th, we have ETA Tarot 2, Crystal Magic 100 card tarot and oracle project created by 50 plus Canadian artists and inspired by crystals, astrology, and magic. Now, I've gone over these campaigns previously, and I say plural because there was a tarot deck campaign and an oracle deck campaign. But the oracle deck campaign did get canceled. So that's why I'm showing you here, and I'm going to do this quickly because if you've already seen it, you don't want to go over all the details. Basically, it looks like they are combining this campaign so that you would just get one huge deck. And it is nice that if you already backed the ETA Tarot 2 campaign, you're automatically going to get the upgraded deck, which includes the 20 oracle cards. So that's very cool. So I'll of course include a link to this new campaign so you can check it out in further detail. Ending on October 10th is Folkloric Forest Tarot, a curated fine art deck used for world building to embark into the forest, inspired by Finnish and Northern European folklore. And here you can already see these gorgeous cards, as well as the backs of the cards. Now, this campaign is by Lennox Rees. Lennox also created the Peculiar Pathways and the Coastal Curiosities Oracle deck. I backed both of those and I had a great experience with these campaigns. I would not hesitate to back another one of her campaigns. The Folkloric Forest Tarot is one of 4 decks that embraces the elements, natural environmental surroundings, and folklore. So the creator's interest in Finnish mythology sparked this idea for 4 decks, like a mini encyclopedia set, embracing the myths and lore of a part of her heritage. Here's a look at the prototype copy, which includes the tuck box. Here's another look at that tuck box, as well as some of the cards. Now, the plan is to have 4 decks with this theme and have them cover 4 elements, and they're thinking about doing a 5th deck, but not sure if they can find all the art curated for it, so we'll see about that. This deck is covering the earth element by being the forest deck, but they also plan on covering water, fire, and air. And as a great idea, they mentioned that there's a potential to create a personalized deck by mixing and matching the cards, forming your perfect curation. And I think that's a really fun idea to go through and pick your favorites or pick which really speaks to you the most and just create this beautiful deck mixed between all these decks. So the cards will be 330 GSM German black core paper. They'll have matte UV coating with a linen finish and gold foil on the front and back, as well as forest green matte color edges. And they note here that they have made some changes to some of the names. Here's a look at some of the cards. So for those names, I can see here already. For High Priestess, we have the Seer. And for Empress, we have the Maiden. For Emperor, we have the Guardian. And for Hierophant, we have the Elder. And this is just stunning artwork. Wonderful job curating and cleaning it up. Just wow. Ooh, that 2 of Fire. There's so many good ones. Okay, so that was the fire element. I was looking at the art, forgetting to tell you. This is the water element here. Beautiful. Here we have the swords for air. And pentacles or earth. Beautiful. Here's a look at that tuck box. It will have a soft matte lamination and a linen finish with a gold foil stamp on exterior. Now for the guidebook, they say, please note the guidebook is for guidance with the artwork, not as a resource for learning specific folklore. The guidebook contains snippets about tarot, animals, and general Northern European folklore meanings. The title and date of each painting and the artist's name, birthplace, and lifespan dates are included, and I think that's great. I really appreciate that we can see where this art actually originated from. The guidebook will be perfect bound, 104 pages, and have black and white interior pages and a matte lamination and linen finish cover, so that'll match that tuck box, with a gold foil stamp on the cover. And here's a look at that guidebook and cover. So this looks gorgeous. Definitely would be great for pairing with other decks. I can imagine having a lot of fun coming up with what this would look good with, and it definitely fits an aesthetic that I love to work with. So very excited for this. This again is the Folkloric Forest Tarot. Ending October 16th is Wild Woodland Oracle deck, an enchanting and beautifully illustrated oracle deck with 50 large-size cards and a full-color guidebook with box. And here you can see some beautiful watercolors. The deck features hand-painted watercolor illustrations of curious hares, owls, foxes, badgers, hedgehogs, and other woodland creatures in Sarah's much-loved country style. There's Sarah with a cute hare painting there. Here we can see some of the backs of the cards and the box. There's some of the painting process, hand painted. Now here we can see some silver foiling on the cards and the box as well. Let's take a look at some of these cards. These are adorable. Really, oh, magic, so cute. Very beautiful. Very beautiful. Okay, I won't blow the surprise in case you're picking up the deck and want to be surprised. So 50 cards, as mentioned, silver foil detailing on box and the reversed sides of the cards, 350 GSM quality cardstock, and they will be a large size measuring 89 millimeters by 127 millimeters. They will be matte laminated with a super smooth finish and rounded corners. They will have an anti-scratch coating. There will be a 120-page guidebook with full color illustrations, card meanings, along with an introduction to the oracle and some suggestions for starting your practice and card spreads. It will also have a strong, fully illustrated presentation box. Now, something I like is that this artist actually uses oracle cards in their daily life. So this is something really made from someone who has experience with it. Here's a behind the scenes look at some of the artwork. That is so cute. Oh my gosh, this is a great artist. Another look at the backs of the cards. So this looks like a very special deck and gorgeous artwork on it. And that's a look at the Wild Woodland Oracle deck. Ending on October 17th is the Chibi Tarot First Edition. 78 cute kawaii tarot cards, beginner friendly, with a black core cardstock and linen finish. The creator also created the Baroque Tarot as well as the Naked Truth Tarot. So this is quite a different direction that they've gone with this style of artwork. And you can see here bright colors and fun characters, very friendly looking. No AI used, Chibi art style. This will come in a 330 GSM black core cardstock and will include traditional Rider-Waite symbolism. It will have a linen finish and come with a little white book plus a digital companion book. So why Chibi Tarot? I've always been a tarot nerd, but I remember how intimidating it felt when I first started. That's why I wanted to create something that would make people smile when they picked up a card, rather than furrow their brows in confusion. So in the background here, we can see the backs of the cards, and they look reversible. And we can see some more cards in the image here. And here's some of the cards. You can see that chibi art style, a very sweet style. Okay, here's some of the minor arcana, the wands, then the pentacles and swords. You can kind of see that linen finish in this here when they turn it. Yeah. Okay. And you can see a glimpse of the creative process if you want to later. So the deck will have 2 extra cards if they meet their 3rd stretch goal. They will be a standard tarot size, and we already mentioned the card stock and linen finish, but there will also be foil accents and foil edges if they reach their 2nd stretch goal. So the box, it will come in a 2-piece rigid box with matte finish. If they reach their 4th stretch goal, it will be upgraded to a magnetic closure. The deck will come with a 120-page little white book. Along with the little white book, you'll get access to a more detailed digital companion book for free. You can also get a physical copy of the companion book as an add-on. Here's a look if you are going to add on the physical book, so larger than the little white book. And here's a preview of the digital companion book that will come along with everything free, at least with the decks. So that's a look at the Chibi Tarot. Ending October 17th is the Craft Felt Tarot deck, plus Book of Haiku, a 78-card tarot deck featuring images of hand-cut craft felt designs, plus book of 78 haiku poems to serve as the deck's guidebook. And already you can get a flavor of the craft here. It's really cool. That looks to be the Wheel of Fortune, the gumball machine there. And we have the Queen of Wands and the 10 of Swords. This deck is based on the Rider-Waite-Smith system of tarot, with photographs of hand-cut felt designs. No AI has been used in this project. Says, please note that what you will receive is not made of felt, but rather printed images of felt designs on standard tarot size cardstock. And here we can see some of these beautiful images. We have the Hermit there up front, and what looks like Temperance in the middle, and then on the left, a sweet 10 of Cups there. And here the artist talks a bit about their process, and I can only imagine how much work was involved. So this is adorable. Look at this 6 of Cups. We have this cute wintry scene and the gift of cocoa. Super sweet. It keeps the concept, you get it, but it's original. And here we have a 3 of Cups, and it's got that fall celebration vibes. Very cute. Star card. And then check out that 8 of Swords. It's sad, but there's also a sense of humor, because it's like they can't get off this ride. It kind of reminds me of stop this ride, I want to get off, and they can't get off, you know. But it's their own thoughts, obviously, but very cool. And then we have this 5 of Swords, literally stepping on other people to get to the top. Very poignant. And a 7 of Wands. I wonder what they're cooking up in that potion. It seems to be maybe something of protection or a defense. And then that King of Swords is a very modern depiction. Really cool. And that Two of Coins, wearing many hats. So the cards have Roman numerals and letters on them, but no words. The suit of the card is determined by the color of the Roman numeral. So, for example, white equals the major arcana, light blue equals the cups, and so on. It says if you happen to forget, you'll notice the code for suits is also built in the design on the backs of the cards. They also plan to put the code on the box. So yeah, you can see that color coding on the backs of those cards there. That's very smart and helpful. This is really clever. Very clever. Now here's a look at the major arcana. Oh, check out that High Priestess. That's really cool. These are super beautiful and very creative and clever. This is intricately cut out felt. I've actually done some felting in my time, and it's such a cool craft. This is, of course, a little bit different, but wow. So I'm super impressed because I've done some fiber arts, so just amazed at this. That Three of Wands with basically symbols of travel is a cool depiction. And then the Eight of Wands with the bullseye, all the wands flying right towards that bullseye. That's a great way to communicate the meaning of this card, at least to the creator. Okay, now we're gonna get into the haiku, which is a really cool idea. So here's an example. The Lovers. Choose partners wisely. Some unions plant seeds of love. Others just dig holes. That's great. That is great haiku for the lovers. Oh my goodness. Oh, look at that cute cat in the sun. That's so sweet. I love the way they've done the face on that sun with the felt. Oh, now I want cookies. Okay, and then some information about this super clever and creative artist. So it looks like there's certain tiers that will come with a sticker sheet. And here's a mock-up design for the box and guidebook. So it looks like these will be standard size and printed on high quality cardstock with a smooth finish, and the book of haiku will match the size of the cards and have full color images of each card to go along with its corresponding haiku. So that's a look at the Craft Felt Tarot Deck plus Haiku Guidebook. Ending October 17th is Everyday Women Tarot. And here you can see a flip open magnetic box, and it looks like a nice guidebook there. You can also see a tuck box with a coloring deck in it. This deck is designed specifically for women, providing a modern and relatable twist on the classic Rider-Waite system. This deck is a story about 5 women and their families. Each card reveals a piece of their journey, showing how their lives intertwine and how they support each other through various challenges. This deck was created entirely by hand without the use of AI. And here's the artist. Here's a look at a beautiful hermit card. I like this modern depiction. Looks like she's reading about chakras and possibly meditation, which is very fitting for the hermit. We still have the lantern there, but we also have some candles and a bird on her windowsill. The major arcana cards tell the story of Phoebe, our main heroine. Each card represents a significant event or milestone in Phoebe's life, showing her challenges, growth, and successes. Let's zoom in. So in the Lovers, it looks like there's 2 men down below her balcony, so that could speak to the choice. And in the Chariot, it looks like Phoebe has just gotten married. A Justice card there. That could be a lot of different things happening in that card. And a very happy son. Phoebe looks very free there. Judgment, we have Phoebe giving birth. And then the World, I assume that's Phoebe's family. Here's a look at the Fool. Now, the Minor Arcana is brought to life through stories of Phoebe's 4 close friends. So for Cups, those are represented by Sophia, who is emotional and intuitive. Her stories focus on love, relationships, and finding inner peace. And that's a nice 2 of Cups there with 2 people fishing, and they're holding hands, looking into each other's eyes. Very sweet. We have the Page of Cups. That must be a little Sophia. Okay, now for Pentacles, they are using pies, and that's embodied by Rachel, who owns a bakery and is caring, kind, and hardworking. Her experiences revolve around work, financial stability, and success. Here's the Ace of Pies. And then for Wands, they use lipsticks, and it's depicted by Maya, a passionate and creative model. Her adventures highlight ambition, creativity, and personal growth. And as you'll note, not all of the cards are completed. So then for Swords, we have Chloe, the head of a corporation who is sharp and intellectual. Her challenges and victories deal with conflict, resolution, truth-seeking, and mental clarity. So it looks like they have an add-on or possibly a bundle of a coloring deck. So it would be this deck and you can color it in yourself. And the guidebook will be full color with 336 pages. Now, it looks like there's also a mobile app that you can already download and follow the progress of this deck since not all of the cards are completed. And it will contain 3 of their decks, and you can use it for a daily card draw as well as scan cards to get their meanings. Now, this deck is not complete, so it looks like it's estimated to be delivered next year, so September 2025. So just keep that in mind if you want to back this deck. You will have a bit of a wait. Now, going back to this Major Arcana, this is of course Phoebe's experience, but I just want to point out that I only see a very traditional family or type of relationship shown here, but they're not done with all the cards. So hopefully they do include some other experiences, or maybe have some alternative cards that you could swap out. I don't see a mention of it, but I would suggest something like that. To me, that would be more representative of lots of women. And that's a look at the Everyday Women Tarot deck. Ending October 25th is Sugar Plum Tarot. So as you can see here, it is a Christmas theme. Here's a look at the Justice card, and you can see the back looks like a wrapped present. So as noted here, not all of the cards are done. Let me show you what's in this link here. Here's where you can see the artwork that is done. Okay, so we have some of the Major Arcana here. Ooh, look at that Hermit. That's a different take on it. I like that. We have a wreath for the Wheel of Fortune. And for Justice, Santa's giving Brittany a lump of coal. And Hanged Man, that reminds me of the cover of National Lampoon's Christmas. That's a fun memory. Oh, the Tower, they're about to cut down a Christmas tree. And for the Devil, we have Krampus. Judgment is the list of naughty and nice. This is pretty smart. Okay, so here we have the Wands suit. These are really fun illustrations. And the other suits are not complete yet. So each pledge level will include a digital download of the manual for this deck. And the box will be a lid box with finger holes and is designed to look like a holiday gift. That's a nice looking box. Okay, and then we have some add-ons. Now, this deck is not complete, so let's take a look at this date. So estimated delivery date, November 2025. So if everything runs on time, then you would have this deck by next year's holiday season. So that's a look at the Sugar Plum Tarot. Ending October 25th is the Emerald Papyrus Tarot, Egyptian Symbolism and Lore. The creator of this campaign has created other campaigns. And here are their other campaigns: Pearls of Wisdom Oracle, and then a bundle, and then the Age of Aquarius Tarot. So this will come in an incredibly unique box with a scarab emblem on front. It will have gold foil on the cards, front, back, and card edges. It will come with a 250-page guidebook that will include both traditional meanings of tarot and a second aspect connecting the Egyptian symbols with the tarot. So as mentioned, the two aspects, one with traditional tarot and their meanings, the second will be connecting associated Egyptian signs and symbols to the tarot and also go into depth about their interconnectedness. So that's very intriguing. Here's a look at that guidebook. And here's a look at that beautiful box. And you can see some cards here, the Sun and the Emperor. Here's a sneak peek at the Major Arcana cards. I'm going to get in closer for a better view. Let's look at this too. Yeah, look at that box. Okay, here's some more. You can see some images better here with that black and then gold sort of borders, and then the names of the cards in gold down below. Okay, so here's the front of the guidebook. It will discuss history and evolution of tarot, the emerald tablets, imbuing the cards, choosing a significator, the major arcana, Egyptian symbolism, the minor arcana, and traditional major arcana. It will have card spreads and author's notes. So that's a look at the Emerald Papyrus Tarot. Ending October 27th is Wild Water's Edge Tarot, Oracle of the Mystical Muse. Whimsical RWS Tarot Oracle Divination Deck. Groovy and colorful hand-illustrated art. Good vibes with a 70s flair. And already you can get a feel for this deck, and I like it. I love this 70s hand-done artwork. The tradition of the RWS Major Arcana Tarot, combined with the intuitive and free-spirited nature of oracle cards, working together in perfect synastry for divination. So that's interesting. The Flower Child invites you to live your dream. What a beautiful card. I love these graphics. These cards offer messages through tarot, oracles, chakras, and mystical muses. So this is a tarot and oracle deck merged together, and will have 50 cards. And there will be a 44-page PDF guidebook. And here's a look at Temperance. I really love this artwork. I like the idea of two different trees for the High Priestess there. That's really beautiful and a great way to tie the High Priestess into the pillars of nature. Here's a look at one of the Lover's cards. Beautiful paintings. Ooh, look at this star. Oh, and here we can see another oracle card, the message. The original artwork for the cards was created using watercolor paint, ink, pencils, and edited on an iPad. The fonts are unique to each image. And there's no AI used in this work. This is all hand illustrated. Here we have the Emperor. That's really cool how the title Emperor is incorporated into the fire. What a great idea. Oh, and I love this magic card. Wow. Oh, look at those backs. Those backs. I love the backs of the deck. And this box here is beautiful. It notes that this is a stretch goal. So if they reach their stretch goal, this would be the upgraded box design. And I think this box is beautiful. I love the way you have that peak of watercolor with the lift top lid. And I love the rainbow edging with the swan on the front. That is a great box design. I hope they reach that stretch goal. So here's another look at the cards, the majors. And here's what looks like some of the oracle cards. And here you can see some of the chakra cards that were mentioned. Like check out that cool third eye or that beautiful crown chakra card. Here we go. Here's another chakra. I speak my truth, throat, and it has the blue for that chakra. I love this custom font for every image. Really cool. And here's a look at more of the cards. Oh, here's the beautiful Fool. I love how bright and colorful it is. And the Hanged One. Love and Peace. Judgment. That's great. So that's a look at the fun, colorful, and groovy Wild Waters Tarot Oracle. Ending on November 4th is Into the Void, the Black Cat Tarot deck. Whoever said black cats bring bad luck never met a black cat, and this cute illustrated tarot deck proves it. And it's time for a reprint. So this is a reprint of the Into the Void Black Cat Tarot. Here's a look at some of the deck. You can see a cool box there with a lift top lid with that peak of yellow. Cards will be 70 by 120 millimeters. They will be printed on 350 GSM art paper with a matte finish. Hard slip on tuck box. The guidebook will measure the same size as the cards and fit snugly into the box. Ooh, and it looks like the cards will have matching yellow edges. And I do like that peak of yellow for that lift top lid. Here's a sneak peek at the deck. You can see some of those backs, as well as the sun and some other cards here. There's a look at that lift top lid in more detail. Strength, looking very innocent there with the mice under its paw. So if you missed it the first time, here's your chance to pick up the reprint of the Into the Void Black Cat Tarot. Launching October 1st is Lil Phantasm Lenormand. Let the spirits speak through our whimsical 36-card Lenormand deck that helps you tap into the other side, and it pairs well with tarot. This is by Lil Dark Arts. I love Lil Dark Arts artwork and decks, so I'm definitely excited for this one. And if you are too, you may want to hit notify me on launch in case they have some early bird specials. You could catch them. Launching on October 1st is the True Sight Oracle, an oracle deck of Dungeons, Dragons, and Adventure, a unique new addition to your next TTRPG. And the creator of this also created the Ink Witch Tarot and the Endless Oracle. Those are both gorgeous decks, and I did back those and was pleased with the results. Now, obviously this hasn't launched yet. It's launching on October 1st. That's why I'm giving you a heads up here in case there's early birds, maybe you can catch them. And also, if they run a short campaign, it may be possible that it wouldn't make my next month's video, so I want to make sure I cover this because this looks like a beautiful deck. The True Sight Oracle functions as a traditional oracle deck for guidance, insight, and divination, but can also be incorporated into one's tabletop role-playing game as an in-game item or as a way to inspire and develop storylines and shake up campaigns. And here's a look at some of the artwork. You can see here Insight, and then we have True Sight, and they're holding up a hagstone, and some tells about hagstones as if you look through the hole in a hagstone, it can give you the sight to see fairies. that's one of the many stories. But so that's pretty cool to have that for True Sight. And then we have a card that says Arcana. Each card includes a title inspired by the vocabulary and symbols of tabletop role-playing games to help prompt one's intuition. And a guide will also be included with the deck to provide keywords and descriptions for each card, as well as instructions for first-time oracle readers. But that's a look in advance of the True Sight Oracle deck. Now, one more heads up of a Kickstarter for the road. Launching October 1st is the Stained Glass Tarot. Now, this shouldn't be confused with the mass market AI Stained Glass Tarot. This is different, and this is all hand-done artwork. And here's a look at some of that artwork. It says, a new venture, an ambitious challenge, a creative vision, a celebration of art history. So 83 different artists created this deck. They drew inspiration from traditional stained glass. And you can follow along with their campaign, and if you'd like, sign up for their newsletter, and you'll be notified as soon as the Kickstarter actually goes live, since there's not a pre-launch page yet. And here's where you can follow along and see when the campaign launches. I will put a link to this in the description. And just as reference, these are the same creators as Chromatic Fates. So I'm not sure if you're familiar with those cards, but they are gorgeous, and we're creating a bit of a stir at the Northwest Tarot Symposium, which is where I first found out about this deck, that Stained Glass Tarot would be launching. So here's Chromatic Fates, just to give you an idea. They do beautiful work, and seeing these in person, they were quality, well-made quality. So that's a look at the coming on October 1st Stained Glass Tarot. And now for tarot books, we actually have a few great looking ones this month, starting with Tarot for Creativity, a guide for igniting your creative practice, which is releasing on October 1st. Tarot isn't just for divination, it's also a great way to connect to your creativity. This will retail for $24.95 in the US, and it's published by Chronicle Books and will be 288 pages. The author is a tarot reader, but also a creativity coach. In this unique and practical guide, they explore each of the standard 78 tarot cards and provide an accessible explanation of how their symbols and archetypes relate to creativity, 4 prompts to encourage creative experimentation and self-discovery, and a spread to help you integrate each card's message into your work. The entries are accompanied by artwork from the Modern Way Tarot deck. Whether you're a writer, artist, engineer, chef, or influencer, this guidebook offers down-to-earth advice for honing your voice, overcoming blocks, and cultivating your creative magic. So here's the cover, and we have a look here at the contents. Introduction, your creative heroes, the major arcana, Cultivate your creative environment with the Empress, and we have on the other side, it shows a High Priestess spread and creative prompts for the High Priestess. And so we're kind of getting a split screen like the last one, where you're seeing the image for the next card, but you're getting some information for the previous. So that's a look at tarot for creativity. Releasing October 7th is Secrets of Romani Fortune Telling, Divining with Tarot, Palmistry, Tea Leaves, and more. This will retail for $18.95 in the US, and the publisher is Wiser Books. The book will be 224 pages. In this book, the authors share their knowledge and personal experiences of being raised to be fortune tellers. They share divination methods, tools, and techniques that have been created, adapted, and popularized by the Roma, including card reading, palmistry, dream divination, and tea leaf and coffee reading. They share exercises to strengthen your intuition and discover your natural gifts, and explain how divination helps with shadow work, blockages, and self-awareness. So let's take a look at this cover. Beautiful cover here. I love that bright blue. And here we can see some different methods of divination. And here's a look at the contents. So lets you know what you will get with this book. So that's a look at Secrets of Romani Fortune Telling. Releasing October 8th is Unlocking the Tarot, Create Your Own Keys. Now, you may recognize a name or two here because the author is Lisa Pepez. So very exciting. There's also a foreword by Barbara Moore. This book is published by Llewellyn and is 296 pages. Retail cost will be $21.99 in the US. Turn the key to any card's secrets with one word. Behind every tarot card lies a single expansive keyword you can use to unlock profound insights. This beginner-friendly book teaches you how to turn that one keyword into a full, personalized interpretation you'll remember without consulting a book. Sharing detailed explanations of the keywords, card combinations, and tarot spreads, Lisa Pepez helps you build associations for each card that can be traced back to just one word. And here's a look at the cover. Very beautiful. I love that peacock blue green in the background. That's one of my favorite colors. And let's see some more here. There's a look at Lisa Pepez, the author, and also, if you're not familiar, a tarot tuber. And she actually just came out with her first deck via Kickstarter campaign. And that deck, I think, is going to be amazing. I'm really excited to see how it turns out. So that's a look at Unlocking the Tarot, Create Your Own Keys. Releasing on October 22nd is It's All Magic, 365 Reflections on Astrology, Tarot, and Manifestation. This book will retail for $18.99 in the US and is published by Hay House. This will be 384 pages in length. A magical year-long guide of thought-provoking prompts, reflections, and rituals on metaphysical topics like astrology, tarot, and manifestation that encourage the reader to unlock their inner mystic. And here's a look at the cover. So that's a look at It's All Magic. Releasing on October 29th is Tarot for Light Seers, a journey through the symbols, messages, and secrets of the cards. This hardcover book will retail for $24.99 in the US, and it's published by Hay House. This will be 304 pages long. With in-depth messages, prompts, and spreads in a playful, bright, full-color format, this book is an expansion of the Light Seers Tarot Guidebook, offering readers a guide to reading tarot from the optimistic perspective of a light seer. This guidebook will expand the little white book that came with the Light Seers Tarot, taking a deep dive into the symbolism woven through the illustrations on each card and pointing out the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith imagery that inspired the contemporary artwork. This book will feature a breakdown of the symbolism on each card and share the traditional card art for comparison. Let's take a closer look. Here is the cover. And here's a look at how this will go, showing the symbolism. Once again, showing the traditional symbolism. And here we have a spread, in this case, the Ancestral Healing Spread, Light Seer Spread, some journaling prompts, connecting with your cards. It talks about reversals and uprights. And here we have a table of contents so you can see just what this book contains. So that's a look at Tarot for Light Seers. Releasing October 22nd is Intuitive Manifesting. Align with your inner wisdom and attract your dream life. This will retail for $22 in the US. The publisher is Running Press Adult, and the length will be 192 pages. Create your dream future by tapping into your deepest intuition and manifesting your goals, all with the help of Bridget Esselmont, world-renowned founder of Biddy Tarot and author of Everyday Tarot. So it says that this book will help you picture your perfect future, elevate your energy vibration, break free from limiting beliefs, and supercharge your results. This clear path will be paved with key questions, journal prompts, visualization exercises, and more. Throughout, you'll discover how to use tarot cards as a secret weapon to connect with your intuition and guide your manifestations. And here's a look at the cover. So if you pre-order the book, there's some exclusive bonuses. And that is exclusive pre-order bonus number 1, a live intuitive manifesting ritual and Q&A with Bridget. And you will be entered to win a 90-minute intuitive manifesting coaching session. So you won't get the session, but you'll be entered to win it. So potentially you could. And then it lists some more bonuses, but it doesn't say that they are exclusive to the pre-order. So I'm not sure what that's about. Maybe if you miss the pre-order, but you still submit your receipt through here, maybe you still get those bonuses after the pre-order. So those bonuses would be a manifestation Kickstarter kit, a manifestation visualization power duo, a masterclass goal setting with tarot, masterclass manifesting with the moon. And then what you would do is first you pre-order or buy the book and you claim your bonuses here. So I'll of course include the link to this in case you do pick up this book and you want to get your bonuses. So that's a look at intuitive manifesting. And now for an event. Taking place October 19th through the 20th is So Mote That Con. And this is presented by That Witch Life podcast and sponsored by Llewellyn. This is a virtual conference on living as a witch in today's world, which of course that's not exactly about tarot, but as you'll see, many of the presenters are involved in the world of tarot. So there will be workshops, raffles and giveaways, live rituals and Q&As, and if you're not able to make the live event, you'll be sent a recording of it. So here are some of the presenters as mentioned, and you'll recognize some of these folks. And actually, Laura Tempest-Sakroff has one of the oracle decks that I just covered in this episode. And then we have some registration information and a conference schedule. So that's a look at an event, So Mote That Con. Before we wrap up our virtual shopping spree, I'd love to hear what's on your tarot wish list this month. If there's something exciting I didn't cover, or if you know of any upcoming releases, I'd love to hear about it in the comments below. I'm excited to hear about what you're looking forward to. And that wraps up our look at new tarot releases for this month. I hope you enjoyed this virtual shopping spree as much as I did. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a video. And for more, check out the video linked on your screen right now. Thank you for watching, and until next time, happy deck shopping.